On this show, we cover some sensitive topics.
Though the obituaries may be outlandish, the people are real.
Names have been changed or omitted in order to respect both the deceased and the survived by.
While death is no laughing matter, some petty last words can provide some pretty entertaining comic relief.
Welcome to Obituary. Welcome back to Obituary. I'm Spencer Henry.
And I'm Madison Reyes.
I need you to know, right before we hit record, I said, welcome back to Obituary. I said, that's what I'm going to do. And Madison said, okay. That's our plan. We do it the same way every week.
You know what? You do it so good.
Thank you.
So good.
No, I just made Madison listen to our Trump impressions from last week. We were laughing.
God. Wait, I have been laughing. This is not a political show, we know, but you have to laugh at the Department of Education.
Did you see the clip of her
Linda McMahon or
with
whatever?
the chair?
Yes. Did you see? She's getting slapped by her daughter. She's getting picked upside down and slammed in the wrestling ring.
And they said Department of Education. Department of Education. And that's fucking wild. We live in a wild world. But you know what? Cool.
Okay.
W.
Dr. Oz.
Oh my God. Our friend was on Dr. Oz.
Oh my God. Because she got really bad lash extensions, right?
Yeah, it fucked her up. And
Yeah.
so she went on the Dr. Oz show. That was a thing for a while. But listen, we know we have a lot of lash tech girlies on here, so we're not downplaying. But I feel like a lot of people had weird reactions to glues.
Yeah.
I remember my mom did one time. Her eyes were swollen shut.
Yeah.
Crazy.
A lot of people have a latex allergy that they don't realize.
Yeah, that's a
And
thing too.
A lot of glues have latex. I don't know.
God, crazy.
I'm not allergic to latex.
Nope.
Whatever that means.
That's why you're wearing this latex bodysuit right now.
Yes.
Always. Your typical Thursday garb.
Always. I have to baby powder everything down.
We roll her into it.
And that's the way it is. And if
that's-
it's a little squeaky, we edit it out.
Yeah, and that's how I ended up actually in the hospital last year. A lot of what you guys don't know is that it was a related incident. I was trying to get her in her suit, and then I just fell down the stairs.
Okay.
Okay, wait. I have to say, we're in the office right now. We have a unique situation.
Oh, whatever do you mean?
You're sitting on the floor with a mic stand on top of a file cabinet.
And I love it.
And I don't know why, because there are two chairs also.
Yeah, but this is the way I want to do it.
Okay. And I love that for you because you always just go to the beat of your own drum.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's trendsetter.
She's different. Chairs? Floor.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to sit in chairs, but I like to be on the floor. Legs spread.
What?
I mean, spread vertically. I don't know, girls.
Girls?
Girls?
Girls? Where are we going? This is groundbreaking stuff. You know what?
Groundbreaking. It's actually it's a bittersweet recording today, because this will be the last time that we ever record.
Well, I was just
in this dump. I'm just kidding. In this beautiful house.
I'm gonna miss it.
God, I'm gonna miss it too.
No, well, yeah, I mean, it is strange. Moving's always a weird thing. We talked about it a little bit last week, and obviously we talked about it on Patreon, but somebody commented on one of my TikToks today, because I'm TikToking now. I'm
you're inspiring me. I kind of want to
you should
make a TikTok, but I read
instead of being user 5049343.
Yes, and fully just lurking. But I saw someone make a TikTok actually damn, millennials really they overthink what they're gonna post, and so they just don't post.
Yeah,
and that's my problem because I'm oh my God.
I did the same thing.
It's so stupid. It's what the fuck?
Just post it.
And we literally are so candid on our show.
I know. I think it's the awkward thing of filming yourself talking, but
Yeah.
I had a story to tell the other night, so I went on TikTok to talk about it.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, in my head, I was just like, this is just like, because initially I was going to go on my Instagram stories and talk about it. I was like, this is the same thing. I'm just uploading it though.
Yeah.
And so that was like the mental shift for me to be on TikTok.
Okay. And like, you know, when you see other people like posting stuff, it's like, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just like,
No.
okay, cool.
Yeah,
Boop,
next,
boop.
next. Yeah, I don't know. I'm liking it. Yeah, you should get on it. I would love if you got on TikTok.
What would I say? Just, hi, guys.
No, you like I don't know. Maybe not actually.
It's a lost cause.
Let me review them first.
No, I'm going to work on it.
Yeah, your goal this year was to start posting on Instagram.
I did once.
I get it. I mean, well, also the reason that I've been posting on TikTok more is because Instagram feels like such a dead land right now. Like nothing's happening there. It's so boring.
No, but I saw that there is something that might be coming with Instagram where
Like
you
shifting
can
the algorithm, right?
you can reset your algorithm.
Yeah, I need to do that probably.
I feel like you might do that and you're going to wind up with the same algorithm
Yeah,
in
probably.
a week
Uh-huh.
because you like some
I see weird shit
Yeah.
and wild shit and I send it. Mm-hmm. Everyone's always like, Spencer, how did you even find that? There's one like on it. And I'm like, I don't know. I just get catered
my favorite.
the goods. Okay, speaking of like social media, kind of. So I'm getting rid of some furniture and I have been, trying to make sure it's going to like a good home and stuff because I don't want to
Well,
just
good
throw stuff
stuff.
away.
Yeah.
And so I posted some stuff just for free on Nextdoor, like a coffee table and the little couch we record on because we're going to change our look, which you guys will see very soon.
Yes.
And we're investing in like a full fucking filming setup at this new house, you guys.
Yes.
It's going to be cool.
It will be cool.
But
Not full episodes yet.
well, soon. Okay, but anyway, so I've been getting rid of stuff, and I posted on Nextdoor for the first time. I had no idea that you have to like center yourself in a certain area or whatever.
And you have to I've tried to give a fake name and you cannot.
I know. Well, actually, I have a hack. I'll tell you later. But so I listed it, and then I didn't think anything of it. And I was going out to dinner with my friend Aditi because she was in town, and so I was going to meet her in LA for dinner. And my phone started blowing up because it blasted it to like all surrounding area, like all of LA and beyond. And so I got probably 500 messages.
Really?
Is this still available? Is this still available? Is this still available? Which pissed me off because it says on there very clear in the description, please pick up. It's on sidewalk in front of house.
Okay.
And people are like, can I come see it or whatever? It's like, no. Like there was one guy that was messaging me that was like it's free. First of all, also know that that's the most important part. This is free. It's out there. It says out, yours for the taken. If it's still there, it's still there.
Right.
This one guy's messaging me about a coffee table that I put out there. He's like, can you tell me about any wear and tear on the coffee table? Blah, blah, blah.
Girl, come
It's
and get it off the
free.
sidewalk.
Come look.
Yeah.
I responded. I said, no.
Yeah.
What do you mean? No, just figure it out, man.
God.
But that was wild. Also wild is I have tooth gems now.
Oh my God.
Can we talk about,
Can we talk about it?
talk about that?
He's going through it. Just kidding. He's not. He just wanted to be fashion.
You know what? I was going to dinner with the champ and one of his friends because she does tooth gems. And so she was doing an appointment near where he lives. And so they were going to get dinner. I came and met them for dinner. And then after dinner, she's like, do you guys want tooth gems? And I said, why not? And so now I have just tooth gems. I have like a diamond star on my tooth and a snake on the other one.
Cool.
And I love it.
You love it?
Love it. It's
Yeah.
fun.
It looks great.
It's fun. When I look in the mirror after I brush my
Sparkly.
teeth, I'm like, okay, there's something there.
You should have gotten the front ones.
You know what? Well, I've been wanting a gold tooth, but that's got to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
What else?
Cisco has 2 gold teeth now.
Uh-huh.
And you should go to his.
I still
person.
can't decide, though, if I want like permanent or
not. Okay.
Because his come in and out, right? You can like pop them in and out.
Yeah, like when he eats, he'll take it out.
Yeah, I don't know what my commitment level is. If any of you have experience, let me know. Can we talk about what a bitch it is, though? Moving, canceling like services.
Yes. It's awful.
That was my week, was a lot of...
Well, it's like making a doctor's appointment or making an appointment anywhere. It's like, can someone else do it? Like, I don't know why I can't do it.
It's always so bizarre. But I called Spectrum and I was on the phone for an hour trying to cancel. And I had so much fun. I actually called you after because remember I told you the guy's name was Brian.
Wait, and you need to make a TikTok about this.
Oh yeah, I need to make a TikTok about that. Keep an eye out. But he was hilarious and he kept trying to be like, okay, listen, I know you're trying to leave, but what if I do this? What if I do this? And I said, I got to the point where I was like, Brian, there is nothing you can tell me. I was like, he's like, what about any family? Do you have any family who would want to take over your lines or whatever? And I said, everyone's dead. And he's like, what about cousins? I said, they're all missing. And he was like, what? And I was like, yep, they're all missing, Brian. He's like, okay. Well, what if I offered you this? And I was like, it was some mobile service or something. I said, I actually don't have a phone. He said, okay, gotcha, because you're on your phone right now. And I was like, okay, you got me there, but I'm still not fucking doing it. But he was committed to the bit. Let me tell you that.
He needs a raise.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, you need to do like a TikTok. Can you find this person?
Yeah, I'll make one of those. So stay tuned. We have a lot of really exciting content.
Really, really exciting. Wait, I have something fun for us to do.
Okay. Is it a game?
Kind of. Okay.
Oh no, she has a gun!
Well, kind of.
Girl, what?
Girl, kind of. Okay. So we got a listener email and it says, hi, Spencer and Madison. To start, if you guys read this on the podcast, please don't say my name. Thank you. I've been listening to your podcast since I found it in December 2022, and I enjoy the positive atmosphere and friendship that you guys bring, as well as the morbid, gory details. The only things that have ever made my stomach turn on your show was the human wax I was eating during that one. Ooh.
Adipocere.
Uh-huh. And the most recent one I listened to about auto-cannibalism. Glad I wasn't eating during that one. Remember the meatballs?
Yeah, fat meatballs.
I'm still not caught up yet, so if you do read this, I won't know about it for a month. Don't judge me. I occasionally go months without listening to any podcast, and I listen to multiple at a time. I get that. I go through like waves.
Yeah, same.
Anyway, I found something interesting that I think you guys will get a kick out of. If you haven't already seen it, this link sends you to 17th century death roulette, where you can see what you died of in 1665. I would love to hear what you guys get.
Let's do it.
All right, so for you, I'll let you hit it. So you have to spin the wheel. Just tell me when.
Spin it, hit it.
And tell me when to stop.
Stop.
In the week of December 12th, 1665, you died from flocks and smallpox.
Oh, fuck.
I know. It's sad. Okay.
Ooh.
Let's see what I died of.
Yeah.
Damn, girl.
What'd it say?
In the week of April 25th, 1665, you died from broke his neck by a fall aboard a ship at St. Catherine.
So real.
I would have broken something.
You would have broken. Yeah.
Falling off a ship.
100%.
Yep.
So.
Well, there you
That's
know.
us.
If you guys want to go to that, it's vol.com. No, vol. What the fuck? vol.wtf. Girl, I don't know. We'll link it.
Thanks for sending that in.
I know.
It was great.
I love those kinds of things.
Okay. Should we move into some assholes?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what I want to do for. Okay, I'll do this one first. It says, would I be the asshole if I told my dad's partner's sister she was completely out of line at his funeral? It says, my parents split up in the early 90s after 24 years of marriage and eventually divorced. They remained on reasonably good terms. My dad would still visit my mom's family, and my mom is still invited to family events on dad's side. My mom has remained single. My dad had a number of partners, and then around 12 years ago, he met Zara, and they had a great relationship until my dad died suddenly 2 years ago. They were not married and did not live together, did not share finances, and my brother and I were listed as his next of kin. After dad died, I had primary responsibility of organizing the funeral. Dad's bank account paid for the cremation, cars, officiant, etc. I paid for flowers and for a reception and buffet lunch for 75 people afterwards. My mom was a great help with the organizing and supporting my brother and I. Zara was completely included included in the planning. She chose Dad's final outfit. She contributed to the eulogy from the officiant. She had final say on the coffin. She chose some of the flowers for the coffin, and she chose one of the 3 pieces of music in the service. One I chose, one Dad had always said he wanted at his funeral, so he really chose it. On the day, there were 6 of us in the first car. Me, my brother, my mom, Zara, her daughter, and her sister Lucy, and the 6 of us sat together in the first pew. After the funeral at the reception, we had a display table set up with photos and frames and an album. The photos were contributed by us, by Zara, by the wider family, and by Mom. My mom told me today that at one point, she had gone to move some of the photos as they had been knocked over, and Lucy, Zara's sister, barged her out of the way and told her it was not up to her to touch the photos and said, "I don't know why you're here anyways. This has nothing to do with you." My cousin's wife confirmed she witnessed it. My mom didn't tell me at the time because the day was hard enough and she knew I would kick Lucy out if I knew, and that would have been hard for Zara. But now that I do know, I am furious with Lucy. My mom had every right to be there to pay her respects to her ex-husband, with whom she had 2 children and who remained a friend after their divorce. She had every right to be there because my brother and I wanted her there. She had every right to be there because my dad would have wanted her there. And even if she didn't have the right to be there, it absolutely was not Lucy's place to say so. Would I be the asshole if I told her I know what she said and that she was out of order?
No, I don't think you'd be the asshole at all. I'd be itching to tell her something.
Oh, itching. Yeah.
What a bitch.
No, tell her to fuck off.
Yeah.
Okay, but Madison, this next one comes from a listener.
Ooh, okay.
But you need to listen to this.
Well, what else do you think I'm doing?
So we got an email from this person back in June.
Okay.
And it says, "Hi, beauties. I just love you two so much, and I am so beyond grateful for our one-sided friendship. Since you don't know who I am. No, we love you.
We do love you, and we're going to get to know you.
Yes. Anyway, well, we're going to get to know her real well. I, 34 female, have been engaged to my fiance, 35 male, for over 3 years, but we've been together for almost 8. He has 2 daughters from his previous marriage, 15 and 10. His 15-year-old he is super close with, which I have always loved and adored their relationship. They have all of the same hobbies, which include hunting, fishing, and anything outdoors. I'm not much of an outdoor person myself, but I go with them occasionally just to be part of what they love. The 10-year-old is a girly girl, and isn't into the outdoor stuff like they are, so she and I do our thing while they're out doing theirs. They spend the majority of their time hunting during hunting season and training dogs, and I'm not exaggerating when I say when they go out hunting, they're out anywhere between 2 to 14 hours depending on the day and the hunt.
Wow.
It doesn't bother me one bit. In fact, I love it and I leave them alone while they're out. However, lately, fiance and I have not been having any alone time whatsoever. We are raising 2 kids, and I should probably mention their mom is a part of their lives and has 50-50 custody, and usually by the end of the day are exhausted considering we both work full-time as well. Now, I mentioned their mom because they should be at their mom's house half the time. However, due to how close the oldest and dad are, she usually comes to our house even on her mom's days. I have no problem with this. I love how close they are, like I stated before, but I've asked my fiance for us to start spending more alone time with each other. Now, this isn't stemming out of nowhere. I don't know how much of this I can say on here, but we've been lacking a little in the sex department, and fiance wants that to be fixed. He told me I have no sex drive and that it's his love language, and I've told him dozens of times that my love language is making me feel important too and spending quality alone time with me. He's turned this around and twisted my words into saying I think I should be put before his kids and that I'm more important than the kids, and none of this is true. All I asked for was simply some alone time, maybe once or twice a month, and he said that's for the birds and our alone time is at night when we're in bed. Now, this may be causing us to end our 8-year-long relationship, and I'm at a loss. Please help me. Am I the asshole?
No, I don't think you're the asshole.
I think everyone has their needs, and their needs need to be met.
And like when communicating, it sounds like he's possibly dismissing you. And that can be really hurtful.
Yeah.
Like
when you're, especially when it's like, such a vulnerable thing to ask someone for like alone time or be like, hey, like I'm feeling like this.
Like I need this. And then for him to say, oh, that's for the birds.
Yeah. That's rude and dismissive.
Yes.
But Madison, last night, we got a follow-up.
Okay.
Hello, my loves. I have an update on this Am I the Asshole? Just days, literally 5 days after I wrote this into you, I found out my fiance was cheating on me.
Oh.
Not only was he cheating on me, but he was using his 15-year-old daughter to help him.
What?
We've been living with my parents to save money to buy a house, and one night I asked him if we could go do something together the following weekend, and he told me he already had plans to go hunting with his 15-year-old daughter. Turns out they went to a concert with another woman. He took his 15-year-old daughter and her friend to a concert with another woman while he was engaged to me.
What?
I am enraged.
Holy shit.
Then I found out this has been going on for 7 whole months. We were struggling in our relationship, and I was doing everything I could to try to fix things, and he was talking to and meeting up with this other woman and telling me he was taking his daughter hunting. I helped him raise his daughters for 8 years. I had no kids of my own, and I made his daughters my own, and he used them to lie to me and cheat on me.
Oh my God. Well, it seems like your first email, like you knew something in your gut.
Uh-huh. The other woman knew about me and that we were engaged. Fuck her.
Wow.
Now I've got myself stuck in this situation where he's telling me he wants to work on things, and I just don't know if things can be fixed after all of this. I've been by his side through so much, and I've never been unfaithful to him. I'm just so sick to my stomach, and I don't know what to do. Help. Girl. It's done.
You know, I have a stance. I mean, I've never gone through it as far as like cheating. I've never cheated on Cisco. He's never cheated on me. Like we've never had that trust broken. But I have known some friends who a partner has cheated and they've worked through it. However,
I think that's such a rare circumstance that could ever happen.
It is a rare circumstance, but maybe this is a rare circumstance. However, 7 months and involving your 15-year-old.
No respect.
No respect. No respect for your own kid. It's scummy. Gross.
I don't think anyone should put up with being cheated on.
Absolutely not. But there are circumstances where if there's kids involved, if they're like, okay, I think we can, work through it. However, 7 months of him lying to you.
Yeah.
It wasn't a one-time thing.
No, it's a betrayal.
Yeah.
I have been cheated on, and I don't think it's anything. I'm not someone that's capable of moving past that in a relationship. I think you hold on to it. I think it's a resentment. I think it's a weird feeling that will continue to pop up over time. And I feel like I feel like it's just the ultimate betrayal. And once you betray someone's trust like that.
Yeah, it's a hard thing. Yeah. Really hard.
I'm not going to tell you what to do in your relationship, but you're asking for advice. My advice would be to stop wasting your time, because even before you found out, he was not fulfilling your life. And I feel like you could definitely find happiness with someone else.
Yeah. And I just think with bringing the kid around.
It just shows such a lack of respect.
Yeah. Yeah. That's something I think you already knew back in June what to do. And I think this is confirmation.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like the universe just puts it in your lap and it's just like, you're already kind of feeling like maybe I should be on my way out. I feel like this isn't working. And then something like this happens. It's easy to romanticize people in your head and be like, oh, I don't want to start over with someone new, blah, blah, blah. Promise you it's better. Grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah.
So sorry that you're going through that.
I'm so sorry that you're going through that. It's just gut-wrenching.
And he is the asshole.
He is 1,000% the asshole.
Gavel-worthy.
And I hope that you just figure it out, girl. It's tough. Really tough.
Yeah, damn. Fuck him.
That was wild.
Wild.
Well, we got to know you and we like you, babe.
Yeah, so you have us.
Yes.
You don't need a man.
You don't need a man.
Who needs a man when you have obituary? Oh, God. That pisses me off, though.
I know. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Awful. And fuck. I don't like okay, you need to blame just the guy. Or, you have to blame the person in the relationship who's cheating.
Don't blame the other woman.
It's like, yeah, in some circumstances, okay.
If
but
they
if
know.
they know,
yeah, fuck them.
Who raised you?
Trash.
God.
Which is also my go-to traffic thing right now. Like when someone won't let me merge or someone is being just an asshole driver, trash. I always say, you're trash.
God, well,
I'm up first this week.
Which means I should have a side bitch.
Do you?
I sure do.
Okay, you made me nervous.
I know. Okay, so I have one for David Cummings. David W. Pervert Dave 65, of Crystal River, passed away April 13th, 2014. Imagine being called Pervert Dave.
Pervert Dave.
He was born on September 28th, 1949, to Charles and Helen Cummings in Rochester, New York.
Rochester, home of the garbage plate.
Ooh! A veteran with the United States Air Force, he moved to the area in 1989 from Clearwater. David loved motorcycles and riding with all of his brothers and sisters. He was an avid woodworker, loved animals, and working with Paso Fino horses. Peso Fino horses? He was preceded in death by his parents and his wife, Morgan Cummings. Dave is survived by his siblings, uncle, his nieces, and lists all the people. A memorial service for Dave will be held on Saturday.
Wow, Pervert Dave. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. And they used just kind of a funny photo. Like he's just kind of stoic. He looks like he's
like old time.
Old-timey, yeah.
It's giving 17th century.
It is. It totally is.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick break so that we can go be perverts.
Oh, perfect.
And when we come back, I'll tell you what had me spinning in my coffin. We'll be right back.
And we're back. Spencer, what had you spinning in your coffin this week?
Girly Geoffs, I'm sure you can all relate to the feeling of excitement that I get when I learn about a celebrity's macabre side. Like when I found out that Amanda Seyfried is a taxidermy enthusiast.
Oh my God, I love this.
Or that Chris Evans' brother, Scott, is a true crime girly. Well, this week I was wondering, are there any celebrities that have worked in the funeral industry? And it turns out, yes. And
no way.
Were pretty unexpected.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
I know you'd love it because you're a little pop culture.
Yes.
Girl. First up, we have Sean Connery.
Okay, what did he do?
Well, he was most widely known for his role, of course, as James Bond. And the actor who passed away in 2020 was once a coffin polisher.
What?
Have you heard of a coffin polisher before?
No, but I love that.
Okay, I was wondering, I'm like, what the hell is a coffin polisher? Because I'm picturing they literally are like polishing coffins.
Yeah.
It turns out it's a slang term for a funeral director.
What?
Yes. So before he was James Bond, he was working as a funeral director.
Oh, that's so cool.
I actually found a fantastic article from the Desert Sun from December of 1963. And it said, quote, Hollywood coffin polisher on way to screen fame. It says Sean Connery, a Scotsman who once polished coffins for a living, is well on his way to becoming a folk hero in the role of James Bond, undercover agent of Ian Fleming's famed mystery thrillers. Connery made a big splash as the dauntless British agent in Dr. No, and soon will be seen in To Russia with Love, another James Bond chiller by Fleming. The tall, 6'2", well-muscled actor is committed to one James Bond role every 14 months, which gives him plenty of time to star in other movies. He's currently in Hollywood, playing for Alfred Hitchcock in Mamie, a picture that once was to star Grace Kelly. It should be made clear that Connery did not replace Princess Grace. Her Highness's role has been taken over by Tippi Hedren, who lays no claim to royalty. But back to the somber Scotsman. He stands a good chance of becoming to Fleming what Johnny Weissmuller was to Edgar Rice Burroughs, just as Weissmuller became Tarzan to millions of moviegoers. Connery is giving flesh and blood to Bond. Still somewhat of a newcomer, Bond, Connery, I love how they wrote this, welcomes the association with mixed feelings. I said yes to the Fleming stories in the first place because they had every aspect of commercial success, he said, so he fucking knew it. The books had sex, action, and fantasy going for them. That's a very good combination for the screen. And the timing is perfect. The public is ready for a hero like Bond. We need a new hero, is what we need. We need another James Bond.
Isn't there going to be another James Bond?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Love that.
Love. Next, perhaps, is a little less surprising. We have Jonathan Davis from Korn.
Okay.
And I guess when he was a teenager, he actually worked at the local coroner's office and even went to school to become a mortician before finding his roots in the band. He was on an episode of Steve-O's Wild Ride where he talked about this. And he was looking back on his early days, recalling how he used to work at the coroner's office, how the band's name came to be, and all of that, which is also a wild story. I don't know if you know.
No.
Okay, so Korn's name allegedly comes from, do you know what felching is?
Oh, it's something sexual.
It's like when a guy comes in another guy's ass and then eats it out.
Oh, okay.
There was like some joke, I guess they made about like, or some guy was telling them a story about like doing that and then getting a corn kernel
Oh my God.
in their tongue because the guy shit in his mouth. And so that's where they got the name. Which reminds me of a story that happened to you actually, but we'll save that for Patreon.
Yeah. I didn't shit in anybody's mouth.
No, close. Okay. So anyway, he's being interviewed for Steve-O's thing. They ask him, they're like, I think I learned that you worked in a coroner's office. And he responded and was like, yep, did that when I was 17. There was actually a class in high school, ROP program. So you go in there, they wanted to do something in the health industry, you know? So we're doing all kinds of stuff, going in the hospital, being assistants. And then the coroner's office came up. And at the time I've always been, I don't know, something about the dark stuff always grabbed me. So I'm like, I wonder what it's like to go cut up dead bodies. So I went up, I did 3 interviews to get in. They had to do a psych background and everything. And I finally got in and I started doing autopsies at 17.
Wow.
So I did that 17 to 18. And then I went to Frisco and went to the San Francisco College of Mortuary Science and became a mortician. Came back here. I was an embalmer. And then at night I would go to the coroner's office and I was studying to be an investigator. So I didn't have to get my hands dirty per se doing an autopsy. He's like, I'd just be an investigator and go investigate deaths. And then I got the call to come try out for corn and that was it.
Wow.
But they asked him like, what's the most interesting cause of death you came across? And he said death by typewriter.
Oh.
He said, remember the old school? They had like the old steel deck typewriter. You popped the thing, it went up. Someone once went under and reached under it, and it was like a big ass heavy typewriter and snapped. It just went on their head and killed them.
Oh, shit. Death by typewriter. Damn.
Yeah. Another musician on today's list is Joe Strummer of The Clash.
Okay.
He worked as a grave digger, which I think is rad as hell.
Yes.
But it turns out it wasn't the job for him. In the early 1970s, he was playing guitar for a series of different bands before The Clash started. And to make ends meet, he was working as a grave digger at St. Woolos Cemetery in Wales. And in an interview with Spin Diddy, Richard Frame, a longtime friend of Strummer's, said the job wasn't the best fit. Quote, he thought he was fitter than he was, but he was useless as a grave digger, Frame said. He also shared that Strummer was fired after he was caught sleeping in a grave.
Oh, shit.
Wild. Okay, so both of those I feel like are more like what you would kind of like picture maybe. But I want to move into some actors who also held skin in the game, literally and figuratively.
Ooh.
So we have some stars like Angelina Jolie, who aspired to be funeral home.
Oh,
workers.
she was drinking blood and kissing her brother.
Yeah, why was that one literally what I was like thinking? I'm like, girl, she had Billy Bob Thornton's blood around her neck.
Yeah.
She was kissing her brother.
Jesus Christ.
Wild.
Well,
but she's fucking sexy.
She's so pretty.
There's no doubt about that.
No, she is the girl.
It was so wild. Remember back in time when it was like the whole Brangelina thing? Obviously, you felt for Jennifer Aniston because Jennifer Aniston is so the girl next door.
I know, but it's so like, I don't know if it's misogynistic or if it's just
what are you going to say?
Gross. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like Angelina Jolie, girl.
Yeah.
She's hot.
Hot as shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, she never ended up, like she has said in interviews before that was like her backup plan was to go into the funeral business.
Okay.
But I want to kick us off with someone who actually tried it out firsthand, and that is Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh.
She worked as a beautician on both the living and the deceased, and she talked about it in an Oprah masterclass because she had talked about this, I guess, in the past that she practiced her beautician skills in a funeral home.
Wow.
The actress turned talk show host said, it's a rough gig. You have to be a certain kind of person. You have to love people in order to make them worthy of a great send-off. In the masterclass video, she describes a prank, though, that her boss pulled on her as she waited for him to arrive in the embalming room. She said, quote, as I start to look around, I see that one of the drawers is moving and it's moving out. It's opening. As my brain puts together the fact that the drawer is opening, we don't see anybody pulling the drawer open at the same time. I'm getting up to run and it's all coming together at the same time. The drawer is really opening and this thing happens where I see this. My boss sits up and says, "Hello there." I run, boom into the door, knock myself out. And he said, "Now the worst thing that you could imagine has happened. That's it. That's the worst thing that can happen. It's already happened. You still want to work?" It was the greatest. Once he did that, I was fine.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, and then my personal favorite, Danny fucking DeVito.
Oh, God bless him. His birthday was a couple days ago.
You're going to love this.
Okay.
So, similar to Whoopi, Danny DeVito was a beautician.
Of course he would. You know what? He is giving old school makeup artist from like the 40s and 50s. Like a Max Factor.
Yeah, well, okay, so he from the ages of 19 to 21 worked at his sister Angela's salon and was doing hair there. And then I guess there was a client that passed away and the family requested that because he did this client's hair, that he come do her hair for her, final farewell. And afterwards that led to him starting to do hair on several others who had passed away.
Good for him.
He went on the George Lopez show and talked about it and said, "I was a hairdresser for corpses. I used to go to the mortuary. There she would be. It was the only women's hair I did and she didn't talk back."
I love that.
But yeah, I thought it was cool. I was like, okay, there's a lot of people, and there was a ton of athletes who actually formerly did, and
really
a ton of former baseball players that worked in the funeral business, or vice versa. There was also a few people who I came across. I wasn't familiar with any of them, so I didn't include them, but worked as a professional baseball player. They were a pro baseball player, and then they went and bought a funeral home.
Oh,
there's
wow.
multiple stories of that too.
Oh, this is my favorite coffin spinner ever. Combines the two things I love most.
Celebrities and the funeral world.
Yeah. Oh, that was my favorite. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
So interesting.
And thank all of you. But yeah.
And one day they'll talk about us.
Yeah.
When we're on the big screen.
When we go from this to being movie stars, you'll all see.
Yes.
Well, for now, we're going to go read our lines. But when we come back, we'll hear what had you spinning in your coffin this week.
Okay.
We'll be right back. And we're back. What had you spinning in your coffin this week? Oh, no, you died?
I was playing dead. Did I get you?
Oh, you got me. Oh, I'm so scared.
Oh, my gosh. I wish
another thing to move out of this goddamn house.
Oh, God. It would have been awful. I wish you guys could see because it would have made more sense. But, girl, I have to tell you, this week I was giving Animal Planet while I was writing and researching. This coffin spinner is giving Animal Planet.
Okay.
Okay?
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
I really couldn't be happier with it, though. It's fascinating. Today, I want to talk about thanatosis and thanatomimesis.
Well, we've talked about thanophobia.
Yeah.
The fear of death.
Yeah, we'll get into it. So this is more commonly known as apparent death or sometimes referred to as playing possum.
Okay.
Now, I'm sure all of us have heard about the phenomenon that happens with a possum when they're scared. They pretend
or a goat.
to be dead. Or a goat.
Fainting goats.
Fainting goats.
I love.
But I didn't know that this particular instinctual habit spans across a few different species that I never would have thought of. And it's completely fascinating. And I just love a term. I always say this, that there's a term for everything. So let's break these terms down because they were keeping me up at night because these two terms pissed me off because
okay.
I feel like in
Webster, you're not gonna like this.
Girl, don't get me started. In every fucking article, they were used interchangeably a lot, the thanatosis and thanatomimesis, but they don't necessarily mean the same thing. The term thanatomimesis derives from the Greek word thanatos, which means death, and mimesis, which means imitation or mimicking. And this shows up as a survival strategy in animals and humans, sort of. I'll get into that later, but it's used to evade predators. And Although I also learned that it can be used in reverse in predators. They will use it and play dead in order to catch prey.
Okay.
Thanatosis is also known as apparent death and refers to tonic immobility, which we will also get into. So basically, thanatosis can be part of thanatomimesis, but not all thanatomimesis involves thanatosis. So to make it simpler, we're just going to blanket it and it will be apparent death is what we're talking about. Okay. We're talking about faking death.
We're not talking about the death of a parent. We're talking apparent death. Like a parent.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Like feigning death. I was pretty blown away while researching this because in some cases, it's not acting, right? Like it's not, an animal's not acting a lot of the time. It's like not just a behavioral change that is seen. There's also like a physiological and neurological response when an animal is playing dead. So first, let's say the animal is triggered by something. So seeing a predator, hearing a predator, or possibly being touched by a predator. Then the animal's nervous system goes into overdrive and it goes into like a fight or flight reaction. But if neither of those are feasible, fight or flight, then the animal's parasympathetic nervous system takes over and they freeze. But this type of freeze is not the same as a freezing behavior that is like a primary defense mechanism in most animals and humans. That type of freeze response I read is used when a predator maybe hears you but hasn't seen you yet, so you freeze and kind of camouflage yourself. I know this is confusing. I don't want you to get lost. So the type of freezing I'm referring to is called tonic immobility or displaying thanatosis. Tonic immobility is a term seen in humans in psychology a lot as a response to extreme fear or PTSD, commonly in sexual assault cases, but I don't want to get into that. And then there's tonic immobility when it applies to animals is often called in layman terms animal hypnosis. So many animals can experience tonic immobility like chickens, and I've heard that you have
I know how to hypnotize a chicken.
Yes. Okay. So many people or many scientists believe that it's a chicken's fear response, but also in sharks, they can experience tonic immobility when they're turned upside down. And
they hate being turned upside down.
Sharks, if they're turned upside down, it like puts them in this like kind of hypnosis where they like can't move.
So if you're ever encountering a shark, just flip them over.
Flip them over. Like scientists do it, I guess, to like if they need to study them or do something to them, like they'll flip them over.
Wow.
And they are just like immobile. In some like breeds of sharks, it's related to mating, I guess. Okay, but orca whales, they're fucking fascinating. They've been talking and they somehow learned about tonic immobility.
The whales did?
The whales learned, the orcas. From sharktrust.org, it says, quote, in 1997, an orca in the Farallon Islands was seen holding a white shark upside down for 15 minutes. Whether intentional or not, the orca likely caused the shark to enter tonic immobility. Defenseless, the shark suffocated. This also happened again in 2000. In New Zealand, orcas also seem to use tonic immobility to hunt stingrays. Before attacking, the orcas will turn themselves upside down, then holding the stingray in their mouth, they'll quickly right themselves, flipping their prey upside down.
Wow.
Crazy, right? So tonic immobility or thanatosis is a part of playing dead, but it doesn't always happen.
Got it.
Tonic immobility, as it applies to like a defense mechanism, they are in such a state of fear that their body goes limp. Their eyes sometimes stay open or close. In some animals, their tongues hang out and they release a surge of stress hormones. And in other cases, endorphins are released to reduce any perception of pain. And their heart rate slows to almost undetectable rates.
Wow.
Like they fully look and feel dead. Sometimes in some animals, they even secrete a foul smell from their
skunk,
from their anal glands or their cloaca. I looked it up in Oxford Dictionary and it says a cloaca, when it is in zoology terms, is a common cavity at the end of the digestive tract. Yeah.
That's a vagina.
The vagina tract. The digestive tract for the release of both excretory and genital products in vertebrates, except most mammals and certain invertebrates. Okay, but also in humans, we all had one when we were embryos, and then it separates, but it's common to have cloaca abnormalities, I guess, sometimes. Anyway, but this is to really ward off any predators, because a predator may be like, I'm not fucking eating that if she's already rotten, you know?
Yeah, I smell her cloaca, and
girl,
it's
that
not
thing's
giving.
right. Yeah, it's not giving. Okay, so let's talk about some examples of animals playing dead. So the biggest one that always gets referenced is the possum. They will collapse, they'll drool, they'll open their mouth, their eyes will stay open, they'll be extremely limp, and a green liquid that smells like decay comes out of their anal glands.
Fuck that.
I know, and this can last minutes to hours. But I've read that it like doesn't hurt the animal. It
Probably feels good.
Well, it just, I think it exhausts them. Like it expends so much energy to do that. Okay, but snakes also do this. Some snakes. The hog-nosed snake gets real dramatic. And you know I have a fear of snakes.
Yeah.
And while researching, I physically kept getting the chills whenever I had to look at one. Even if I think about it, it just gives me the chills. And this one looks scary, this hog-nosed snake, but it's not dangerous to humans. And it's kind of cute after you know that they play dead. But when this particular snake is in fear for their life, they go into full theatrics. They flip around like a madman, rolling onto their back and forth. And then after a few seconds, they end up on their back and they open their mouth and stick their tongue out like they're dead.
I love it. It's like a cartoon.
Yes. Like I was picturing, you know, like when a dog is happy and rolling around on their back and ends up on their back with their tongue out. Like that's what I feel. It also emits a foul odor from its cloaca, but I also read that it's just I wrote defamation, but I meant defecation.
Defecation of character.
Grass snakes do sort of the same routine, I guess, and brown snakes just go limp when they're captured. I also read about fire-bellied toads. They enter tonic immobility and flip onto their back to expose their brightly colored belly to kind of indicate I'm poisonous, like don't fuck with me.
Got it.
Ladybugs fake death. They drop to the ground and remain motionless. Often they will release a bitter tasting fluid.
Oh.
Beetles will lie still on their backs, and a click beetle will lie still on their back and they'll simulate death, and then they'll click to escape if they're disturbed. Wolf spiders collapse into a limp and like motionless posture when threatened. And then there's some of the animals that do this for prey because they're a predator. They do this to catch prey. So for example, from thoughtco.com, they have a great article on this. It says, quote, animals also use thanatosis in order to trick prey. Living stony cichlid fish are also called sleeper fish for their predatory behavior of pretending to be dead in order to catch prey. These fish will lie down at the bottom of their habitat and wait for a smaller fish to approach. When in range, the sleeper fish attacks and consumes the unsuspecting prey. Some species of cephalophid beetles also use thanatosis to get a meal. These beetles pretend to be dead and are carried away by ants to their ant nest. Once inside, the beetle springs to life and feeds on the ant larva. Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
Okay. But I saw this article about birds, Spencer, and there are some birds who set up their nest to make it look like a death happened to avoid predators. I have read a little bit of it from the UK's Natural History Museum, their website, and they say, quote, birds will mock up the scene of an attack to stop rivals from stealing their nest.
Oh.
Researchers found that cavity nesting birds were much slower and less likely to enter holes with white feathers in, suggesting the animals are afraid a predator is already in residence. Like the best murder mystery, some birds may intentionally fake their own death to protect their nests. By incorporating white feathers into their nests, resident birds may be deterring rivals by suggesting that a predator is lurking inside.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Genius.
Really genius. Also, in that ThoughtCo article, I was reading all about spiders and sexual cannibalism. Wild, but I guess male praying mantis will pretend to be dead after having sex so that their girl doesn't eat them.
Girl, I bet.
It's crazy. And then finally in humans, playing dead can occur as a survival mechanism in response to obviously extreme fear or trauma. It may manifest involuntarily as tonic immobility or like a temporary state of paralysis. But this response is kind of rooted in like, your survival instincts similar to those kind of seen in animals.
Right.
And can be triggered when fighting or fleeing is perceived as just not a choice. But there's also been a lot of instances where you're told to play dead, like in terrible instances of shootings or like when you can't get out.
Right.
And there's a lot of examples throughout history. Maybe we'll do an episode where we focus more on the human part, but where on like battlefields, you're told to play dead if there's no exit, So really interesting. It's interesting that some animals can't control it.
Yeah.
It's like just this instinctual thing that just takes over.
Yeah, it's like an innate. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Who knew playing dead could save your life?
Damn. Who fucking knew?
Who knew? Sorry if that was confusing. It's those two different terms, man, but they're like interchangeable.
I think we got it.
We got it.
And hopefully you're not playing dead for too long, because otherwise someone might waste their money on an obituary for you.
Oh, that was a good one.
And it's time for obituaries. And this one, someone sent it to us recently, but it was on Instagram. And then I realized people in the comments had tagged us too. And I was like, oh. Love that. Supportive ass Geoffs. And it's for a man named Gerald. And it says, just to be clear, he's the one on the right. And it's a picture of him next to a rhinoceros. It says, Jerry died in a tragic rhino accident on September 24th, 2018. Not really, he was just old. He arrived on Earth March 27th, 1942 in Fullerton, California, born to Aubrey and Ella. He graduated from Cal Poly and worked for the Southern California Gas Company, where he retired as a senior labor relations administrator. He did some other cool stuff before pulling the ripcord on his life. He liked bingo, Cupid's hot dogs, and aggravating his grandkids. He loved to laugh almost as much as he loved making others laugh. He was always generous with his wisdom. For example, it's not smart to do something stupid. His parents, brother Bob, and wife Judith beat him to the pearly gates. His children, Tammy and Michael, grandchildren, Brittany, Jamie, Nicholas, Amy, Anika, and Addison, great-grandchildren, Corbin and Colton, and sister Barbara are still kicking. We all love and miss you.
Oh.
So there you go. Some more animal activity for you.
Rest in peace. Yeah, that's perfect. All right. I have an obituary and I read an article about this person because they talked about this first line. This is wild. So it says December 4th, 1981 to December 6th, 2023. Matthew Charles Slay of Trinidad, California, passed away last week following a brief and courageous battle with an oversized piece of steak. It was a stunning tragedy and reminder of the inherent fragility of life. He was 42.
What?
He choked.
Oh, shit.
He choked on a piece of steak.
Hate that.
I know. Matthew was born in Lancaster, California, and was a 2000 graduate and valedictorian of Palmdale High School and earned a BA in English from California State University, Bakersfield. Matt had a lifelong, unquenchable thirst for knowledge, which was obvious even in his early childhood. He had immutable interests in paleontology and herpetology, and it was not unusual to find him chasing reptiles across the desert floor. Matt was an avid fan of heavy metal, which was clear to every other occupant of any car he occupied. Unsurprisingly, because why pass up an opportunity to learn something, he preferred metal bands and albums which factually described historical events. Matt enjoyed illustration and animation in nearly all their forms and was a talented artist himself. He had the dialogue from entire seasons of The Simpsons completely memorized, collected comic books, and may or may not have had an icon from a manga series imprinted on his body. He was also a fan of science fiction and fantasy literature, inspiring his loved ones with his belief in the magic of fantasy worlds. He had recently been dabbling in creating his own graphic novels. Professionally, after a brief stint in post-primary education, Matt spent most of the last decade developing practical skills. He spent several years installing solar and HVAC equipment and working as an apprentice mechanical engineer. He had been honing his kitchen skills and was nearly finished with a culinary degree from Woodland Community College. He spent this summer working in hospitality at a remote lodge on the Rogue River, where, of course, he befriended a rattlesnake. Despite his affinity for dark humor, he was empathetic and compassionate. Despite his provocative opinions, he was kind and easy to love. He was a loyal friend. Matthew was a loving father, son, and brother. He is survived by his twin daughters, who inherited his sense of humor, his red hair, and his feet.
Oh.
He is.
Oh.
Oh.
I was like, oh, the hair. And then there's that feet. I'm like, oh, okay, girl, you got your daddy's feet.
Damn. He is also survived by his father, brother, and a legion of cousins and close friends. He was preceded in death by his mother and champion, Nancy.
Aw.
But it says, in lieu of flowers, please cut your food into bite-sized pieces and chew it thoroughly.
There was an episode of Full House. I don't know if you'll remember this, where Danny teaches them like how many bites you need to bite into your food.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I feel like it made me a careful chewer.
Yeah, it's scary.
Thanks, Danny Tanner. R.I.P. Bob Saget.
I know.
All right, girly. Well, we have spun in our coffins.
We have bitched our obituaries.
Means it's time for some dumb
Ass
criminals.
Who do you got?
Okay, my dumb criminal is one of my favorites of all time. It comes from an episode of Judge Judy.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So this girl is suing two men for stealing her wallet.
Okay.
Just listen.
Like what? Give me what was stolen.
My wallet.
What was in your wallet?
It was $50.
Okay.
I had to replace all my IDs. I had gift cards in there, my earpiece, and a calculator.
I know there's no earpiece in the mail.
I love it.
What?
So the fucking dumbass, one of the guys she's suing, says, no, there was no earpiece in there.
Oh my God.
Gotta love it.
Dumbass.
Total dumbass. Who do you have?
Okay, I have a Florida woman, and this just happened a few days ago on November 20th of this year. This is from 98.7 The Shark. I'm going to read this to you and then I'm going to show you her mugshot and you're going to love her. A Florida woman was arrested after reportedly pulling a taser and a knife on her mother and daughter. She tried to barricade them in the house.
Oh, God.
Thankfully, no one was hurt in the incident. Now the Florida woman is facing charges for assault with a deadly weapon after the domestic disturbance involving threats with a taser and a knife. It happened in Coral Springs, Florida, and it sounds like this family isn't going to have the best Thanksgiving together if they're able to get together at all anymore. Okay, so I guess the woman lived with her 90-year-old mother and her daughter.
Uh-huh.
Her daughter said, I want to go live with my dad. And so this woman pulls out a taser and a knife. Or I think I don't know exactly how it went down, whether she pulled the knife out first or the taser, but there's reports of her saying like, all right, I got a taser. Who's first? And was like gonna fuck them up. She was arrested, but here she looks like, who, me?
She looks like Mama June. She got got.
She got.
And those bangs ain't doing it.
Just a dumbass. Who pulls a taser and a knife on your 90-year-old mother and your daughter? Insane. There's reports of her saying, I have a taser. I have pepper spray. Who's first?
God.
Crazy girl.
Scary.
I know. We'll post her mugshot because it's beautiful. Wonderful.
Love it.
Love it.
All right. Well, don't forget, Geoffs, it is the season of giving, and we think the perfect gift for holiday season is Obituary, the big hot book of death. Who doesn't want a cute little book all about death?
So good for a stocking or under the tree or a Hanukkah gift. I mean,
Possibilities
the
are
possibilities are endless.
Bring it to a white. How perfect for a white elephant party.
That is true. I would love that.
Yeah. People will be
Cute.
fighting over it.
They will be.
All right, but that is it for the week. Everything else you can find on our website, obituarypodcast.com. But we'll see you next week with some more coffin spinners
And obituaries.
and dumb
Ass
criminals.
criminals.
Bye.
Goodbye.